Hello everyone, my name is Deadwolf and welcome back to another reaction video. Today we're going to continue down on the rabbit hole mystery of the whole flying over New Jersey. I still don't know what's going on. Some of the videos we watched, I'm going to be honest, did kind of look more like planes, and I wouldn't be surprised if people mistake them as planes because, people are kind of stupid. I'm kidding, but unfortunately in my job I have met so many stupid customers. Oh my god, one day I'll make a podcast episode talking about how some dumb with these customers were. But anyway, we're gonna watch more Mindseed TV, and let's go.
I want to start this video out by saying in no way, shape, or form am I trying to be a fearmonger or spread false information out there to scare anybody. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I've recently discovered.
Oh yeah, wait, hang on. This video is also called New Disturbing Drone Theories. Hint and major concern. High alert.
Across online, and you guys can let me know what you think down below in the comments. I'm not saying that any of these things are proven to be facts yet, but there are new theories and rumors circulating about what these drones are, and it's much darker than aliens or foreign drones in our country. Let's get into today's video. The CEO of Saxon Aerospace, John Ferguson, recorded a video and publicly gave his theory on what he believes is going on with these drones. Now, this guy is the CEO of a company that builds drones for the military, and listen to what he has to say.
I'm a manufacturer of unmanned aircraft, military-grade unmanned aircraft, as you can see one of my systems here. There's all of these mysterious drones going on off the East Coast, and as a professional, as a subject matter expert, I wanted to give you all my opinion on what I think could be going on with these drones. I don't particularly believe that these have a nefarious intent. I could be wrong.
Let's talk about that real quick, too, if these drones are nefarious. Now, there's a lot of rumors online saying, oh, these are foreign drones, or they're from another country, or, they're spying on our assets, and they're doing all this stuff. I just want you guys to think for a second how quick we were to shoot down a Chinese spy balloon when we knew that it was a foreign country trying to spy on us. There was no hesitation in that. But now, all of a sudden, we have these drones all over our major cities, major infrastructures, and the military and the government, they said, no, it's fine. Like, we're not gonna shoot them down. It's not a problem. That right there, that part right there alone should tell you something, okay? That's telling you that they know what it is, they know why it's there, but they cannot share it with you. And the reason that they can't share it with you could be because it might create mass hysteria. It could create mass panic. People could start freaking out if they knew the real reason that these drones are up in the air.
But I want to give you the truth and what I believe. It's my own opinion, and I've not bounced this off of anybody, so, if you think it's bullshit, whatever, that's cool. I don't want to spread misinformation, as we know that there's a lot of that going around. But back in the 1980s, Ronald Reagan had dismantled the nuclear program.
We're also making strenuous efforts to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons to additional countries.
There were countless nuclear missiles that were disarmed and disposed of. There were over 80 nuclear warheads that came up missing. We don't know where they are. Maybe somebody does, but nobody really knows where these are. And I speak with some pretty high-level government officials on this stuff. And so I spoke to a gentleman a few months ago who was trying to raise an alarm to the highest levels of our government, which they had their ears closed, about this one particular nuclear warhead that he physically put his hands on. He physically touched this warhead, and he knew that that thing was headed towards the United States.
All right, so one of the first things I want to mention here about this video, too, if you listen to the way he's talking, I mean, honestly, it sounds like he's nervous making this video because if this guy is responsible for building drones for our military, he's probably worried that, hey, if I give my opinion on this topic and it ends up being correct, number one, we're in a lot of danger right now, and number two, are they going to come for me for spreading this information?
Goddamn. So, so is this guy, this bum right here? Well, I'm sure he's not a bum. I'm sure he's a decent guy. But is he saying that maybe one of these drones might have a nuclear missile? Wow. I mean, I don't know if that's what he's saying. That's what I'm interpreting it to what he's saying. Or are these drones trying to look for a nuclear missile? I don't know.
That's one thing I just wanted to point out.
That is a very serious deal. Back up a few years. Do y'all remember when those drones were mysteriously flying across the Interstate 70 corridor from Colorado up into Nebraska, down here into Kansas, and out into Missouri? Well, it was believed that those drones were looking for radioactive material because there had been some material that came up missing here in the United States. From what we understand,
That's scary.
They were out there trying to find this radioactive material. Now, drones, they have no reason to be in the air at night unless you're doing some type of ISR work, intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, looking for bad guys, or looking for some type of military project, right? There's no reason for a drone to be flying at night because they don't see shit. Unless you have thermal optics, drones really don't see stuff. You need to do mapping during the day. The only reason why you would ever fly an unmanned aircraft at night is if you're looking for something, whether it be a person or trying to smell gas. We have methane gas detection systems that can detect gas leaks in pipelines. You really wouldn't use thermal optics for trying to find gas leaks just simply because the only way you're actually going to find a gas leak with thermal optics is if the gas leak is aggressive enough that it has a difference in temperature. Thermal imaging, it creates a digital image based off the temperature variance. So whatever is different in temperature, it creates an image. Usually gas leaks so slow that it goes quickly into ambient before you can even see it. So we have special sensors that can detect gas leaks. We also have special sensors that can detect radioactive material. They knew that warhead was on its way to the United States. That's all that ever came of it. It's out there. Nobody knows where it's at now. It left Europe. Now it's gone. So my guess, my own guess, is that these drones are not nefarious in intent. But if they are our drones, the only reason why they would be flying and flying that low is because they're trying to smell something on the ground.
He believes there was a weapon that could cause mass destruction smuggled somehow into the United States. Now, mind you, this guy builds drones for a living for the military. He's saying that there are drones that are capable of sniffing, basically detecting. They say sniffing in the drone world, kind of like a hound dog sniffs something out. They're saying that there's...
I also totally realized I left. Whoops.
drones that are capable...
Okay, listen, I do watch YouTube videos on a higher speed because, you know, your boy don't got time. And usually I change back normal speed for these videos. I'm sorry, I don't know why. I just realized because this dude was talking way so fucking fast that I'm like, am I listening to 2 times speed? Or I do apologize to everyone. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it back to normal speed. It's gonna be a little weird, but just stick with me.
Of sniffing out radiation and looking for weapons of mass destruction. And I know that that's a fact because there's a video that I'm going to show you right after this guy's done talking about how drones are able to detect radiation.
It's weird.
That's it.
It's so slow now.
There's no other reason for a drone to be flying in the air other than to piss a bunch of people off at night. That's it. So, my belief is they're trying to smell something on the ground. Gas leaks, radioactive material.
Hopefully
I hate
not.
to be a pessimist or a guy that thinks, you know, directly to the negative. However, I know as a professional, I mean, we build professional stuff for the military. I believe that they're actually out there trying to smell something that's very important. I'm not trying to
That's not
gaslight.
good.
I'm not trying to scare people. I'm just trying to let people know that this is a serious deal. There's a lot of them out there. They're flying all over. They're flying low. They're flying at night. There's no reason for it other than to smell something.
Commonly referred to as a nuke sniffer, the aircraft
Nuke
uses
sniffer?
external flow-through devices to collect air particles on filter
hell
papers,
no.
measuring them on board for radioactivity. The nuke sniffers are also equipped to collect whole air samples inside holding spheres, to collect dust and air samples for radiation testing.
That's
So
lovely.
even though that was just a short, like, animated video, that's from 7 years ago. Now, it might not have been
7
talking about drones. It was talking about airplanes collecting air samples and collecting dust to prove that there's radiation in the areas. Those are easily incorporated now onto drones. I want you guys to think about something else here. There was the safety protocol list that was issued to the fire department from the FBI, and it was all about how the fire department and authorities should handle one of these drones if they go down.
Down drones should not be approached. It goes on to advise firefighters to stay back more than 300 feet in all directions, use their full protective equipment, notify law enforcement and the FBI, and request hazardous materials response. It also says to request the nearest bomb squad. The last recommendation says electronic devices and two-way radio systems may malfunction in the immediate area.
Okay, quick question. Why did the news skip that line right there? There's one thing highlighted, there's 2 things highlighted, and then boom, they skipped the line. They went and talked about the next one and the next one.
You know, he's
Why
got a
did
good
they
point.
skip
Why'd
that
they skip
one
that?
line right there on the safety protocol list during the news report? Well, let's see what that line says. Have radiation detection devices? But they didn't mention that when they covered that on the news, but it's right there in the bulletin. You don't find that a little bit strange? Highlighted, skip that line, highlight it. Why? It makes sense if these drones are actually sniffing for something, because if they're collecting radiation in the air somewhere and one of them goes down, they don't want anyone approaching it getting radiation exposure. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes.
I mean, look, right here. These are facts. Like, this is what the FBI issued the fire department as far as how to handle a downed drone. Why would they be worried about radiation? Why would they be worried about the bomb squad? Why would they be worried about hazmat suits? I mean, I fly DJI drones all the time, and if one of them goes down, I just go and pick it up. It's that simple. But if our government is telling the authorities and the fire department, this is what you need to do in the case of one of these things going down, what's that tell you? This is a much, much darker scenario than the idea of alien drones or foreign countries having their drones come and spy on us. If these drones are indeed our own, which would make a lot of sense as to why the government is telling people, don't worry about it, they're not a threat, we don't know what they are, we can't tell you what they are, but we're also not going to do anything about it. Those 2 things right there that add up together
that definitely
say
does make
it
some
might
sense.
be ours. That could be part of the reason that no one wants to take these down. And if they are indeed ours, the reason that they're there is extremely frightening. So if these drones are actually ours and they are currently scouting our cities, trying to detect any kind of like radiation or any indication that there might be a weapon in one of our major cities, the longer that we see these drones up, I think the more that we should be worried. Because if they find what they're looking for, the drones are gone. Think about that for a second. If they find what they're looking for, the drones are out. We're not going to see them anymore.
Though it is kind of concerning if they are ours and they are looking for stuff. I think that's pretty concerning if they're trying to look for like a weapon or gas leak or whatever thing they lost. I think that's still pretty concerning. You think they would at least tell the residents in New Jersey, being like, hey, just so you know, you might want to leave for a bit, you know? But I don't know. Maybe that'll be too much work or too much chaos. I don't know.
The drones are still up every night. That means they haven't found what they're looking for, and time is ticking. So, again, this is a theory. This is what this guy is saying he believes is going on. It's not proven to be true. It's not proven to be a fact, but it makes a lot of sense. And this right here is catching fire in the wind because this is spreading all over the internet. People are talking more and more about this theory right here. And what do you guys think? Honestly, what do you think? Think we're getting visited by aliens? Do you think this is foreign country drones spying on us? Or do you think that maybe this guy's theory right here holds some credibility? And now all of a sudden, Elon Musk, who always has something to say about everything on X, he's kind of gone silent, not really talking about the drone situation. The future president, he hasn't really said anything about the drones. And I mean, these are two people with major power that are not commenting on what's going on. So that leads me to believe that they know something more than we do, and they're not at liberty to either speak about it or they don't want to speak about it because they know that there's a much darker, grimmer reality behind it than we think. However, they're still hanging out together. They're still watching football games together. There's Elon Musk attending a football game in the military with Donald Trump, but they haven't said anything to the people about what's going on. And if they're hanging out side by side, I think that Elon Musk might be worried about his safety at this point as well. Just something to consider. Not saying that it's a fact, it's just something to consider. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button down below. Make sure you stick around for more content like this, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.
Alright guys, so what do you guys think is going on with these drones? Do you think they're aliens, foreign countries, or is this guy's theory right? Is the US government looking for like a lost nuclear missile that they lost in New Jersey or something? I don't know. Let me know down what you guys think in the comment below, and if you have any video suggestions you want me to watch, leave them down in the comments below too, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye!